Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where they've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown, as we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kick it off to get us underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The give to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
Yeah, and now they got to put it together, right? And this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches. And so this is really hard for them, but I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd down, going up top. Makes the grab. It's Brown. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Going for the screen. Oh, and he intercepts it. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This offense knew coming into this game it was not going to be easy throwing against this defense. They're at the top of virtually every major statistical category when it comes to pass D, and the quarterback just found out the hard way, throwing a pick on the opening drive.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Etienne. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. The running back has it. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Give to the running back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Rashada. Getting some heat. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back, you don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So they moved the ball 37 yards on the drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points. We're
ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Unloads quickly. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 7, Florida State 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. He's taking the shot. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that. Nice job.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. LSU is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Bayou Bengals have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Tennessee. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Looking downfield, it's Grishada. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the ball goes out of bounds. The offense maintains possession with no gain on the play. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
They could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Lucas. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Scanning the field, it's Coleman Hope. Keeps looking downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
Gain of 4. Brings up 2nd and goal.
He got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. Jumped on top of the pile. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Fourth and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying on the field. What a big moment here. Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
They'll try the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's such a difficult thing to ask your quarterback to run the RPO, stick it in the belly of the running back, turn, throw it really, really quickly. And you could tell maybe rushed it a little bit too much, and that was the reason there was an inaccurate throw.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He'll pull it down and run. And the ball slipped out. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pick. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They got it to him out in the flat, but a sure tackle and the big stop there for this defense.
And those aren't easy tackles. You know, you're stretched way out wide. You're running a long way to come up and make a tackle, but great job by the defense. Seeing it, reacting, getting the guy on the ground quickly.
He gets a block. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They put it on the ground last time. They had it got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry him.
He's going to throw deep right side. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for the loss.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. And that pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is he gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
They go to the ground. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Wide receiver coming across in motion, trying to get to it. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Running back searching for a hole. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
And he avoids the tackle with the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. The give to the back.
Running back to the ball carrier. Loss of 1 on the play. Second down coming up.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. Relying on the run. He gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Humphreys. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. He got it. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the move. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. LSU is getting handled right now, and for this to be happening to this program in front of these fans, it's almost inexplicable. They're trailing by 17 to Tennessee. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown, Dogs! How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll call for the fair catch here. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wide out in motion. Back to throw. It's Croman Hope. Spits it out to the back. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hill. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Georgia 38, Florida State 0.
The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll just keep slinging it. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Noles are in the hurry up.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
He's got it. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Relying on that running game as they threaten to pick up a 4 down to the 13. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. The 40, inside the 30, the 10. Touchdown Bulldogs. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. You can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's already made 1. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. Absolutely perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead hand. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, just to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Croman Hope. He's got his man, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football.
Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? Looking to throw for it. Complete downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. And the Seminoles will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Going to try to pop one on the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.